Greetings, good people. What's up? What's happening? My name is Dr. Clarence, and welcome back to TV7 Live, where we get to give you all the hottest and top training topics. So, what has been happening today? We saw President Emerson Mnangagwa take some of the remaining SADC delegates to his Kwekwe farm. And also, we saw another opposition member of parliament being arrested, Prince Dubeko Sibanda. What did he do? And then we saw Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema in a massive show off there with an American ambassador there posing for a photograph there in Zambia. Enough respect to everybody who is watching us live right about now. Before we proceed with this video, I would like to ask you for one favor. Make sure you click the like button and subscribe to TV7 Live if you have not yet already done so that you never miss any of our videos, because we make our videos each and every day. Big up to Moses Mandija, Sambi, Paweni Piri, Captain Odido. Enough respect are there watching us live. Now, another thing that is happening today, we are seeing Nelson Chamisa trending on X.com, on a whole lot of social media platforms. Why is Nelson Chamisa trending today? We saw him make a poster. This time he has his own cup. Remember Emerson Mnangagwa's cup, which was printed, "I am the boss." Now, this is the poster that Nelson Chamisa made today. He just posts a cup. Now, this is President ED as he was taking some of the delegates around by bus. ED is having a time of his life, hosting the SADC team. We saw him take these guys to the Museum of African Liberation for the groundbreaking ceremony of the SADC Liberation Monument and Square. And then he took his Botswana counterpart, His Excellency President Amagwesi Masesi, on a tour of his farm in Kwekwe to show him top-notch crop breeds of wheat, potatoes, cattle, sheep, and fish. Guess what other animals are there at President Emerson Mnangagwa's farm? Man, yeah, goats. Yes, there are goats there at Emerson Mnangagwa's farm there. Man, yeah. So he didn't waste no time, and I could see some very expensive cattle there. This type of cattle are very expensive. Those with the ones that are facing up, they are similar to the ones at Cyril Ramaphosa's farm. So that is ED's farm. Remember, when ED resigns, he's gonna be farming. He's gonna go full time into farming. Now, Chamisa trending on social media. Imagine, he is not even posting, right? I'm just going to show you a bit. Nelson Chamisa is not even posting. He just made one post, his Sunday post, but he is trending. He makes this post here. God is in it. Just a cup. There. Now we are seeing this video is talking about Chamisa. There. Another one writes about Chamisa. No DNA. Master Chefs Chamisa. Master Chefs in there. Poor leadership qualities destroyed Chamisa's political career. That's another one. Now people are blaming Nelson Chamisa as if he is the current sitting head of state. Imagine what is happening here. This video is talking about Nelson Chamisa. I'm not going to play it.
We must therefore demonstrably be the opposite of ZANU-PF. We must do, while in opposition, the things.
All right, let me just close that one. That guy never talks any sense. Let me just close him. Are there? Another one, Chamisa. Again. Azvine hazvo Zimbabwe zichanaka. Vangaseka kuti ma demonstrations akona. Hey, Chamisa haana plan. Vachaziya zvavari kuita to sabotage. So, Chamisa is the man trending. In fact, since yesterday, today, it's been Chamisa all over. Right now, if we check here, we see Chamisa here, 8,398 posts there on trending. Yeah. Everywhere is Nelson Chamisa are trending.
Salary of 29.
Thabo here and Emerson must sit together and work.
Now back to South Africa. This video is also trending on social media as they bring back Robert Gabriel Mugabe Memorial. So these guys hold a Robert Gabriel Mugabe Memorial to celebrate Robert Gabriel Mugabe. I'm not sure if this is current or if this is a throwback, by the time that it is trending, when ED is supposed to be celebrated as the SADC chair, and this happens right now. Let us take a listen to what this guy here is saying. Thabo Mbeki. Remember, he is the guy who was instrumental to the GNU between Robert Gabriel Mugabe and Morgan the Changirai. Big up to Makoni, says Zambian President Buramberi too. Thaddeus Diamond watching live from Kadoma. Joe and Fatty Toes. Enough respect there. Priscilla Mangwende, Tavepo Doc. Enough respect. Thank you very much for that positive comment there. Watching live from Mozambique. Joe and Fatty Toes there. Calvin Sabalala, we are together on live. I'm in South Africa. Mariam Mujiziwa say. So SADC yape, summit yapera. Tawane. Tanguana ma picture pa social media wena. Apana. It's apana.
That Thabo here and Emerson must sit together and work out how you are going to operate. Now, comrades, I'm saying all of these things. I don't think they've been said before. We worked out a system of cooperation, which meant Zimbabwe Defense Force actually moved a battalion of the army.
He is talking about 1980.
To the banks of the Limpopo.
He's talking about 1980, but he reveals some of the strategies that were used then. Is it possible that these same strategies are still being used now? Let's hear these strategies.
The reason for that was that we could then bring in weapons from Zambia into Zimbabwe, which the Zimbabwe army would pick up at the border, take them through Zimbabwe to that battalion, so that our people so that our people would then come into Zimbabwe carrying no weapons. Instead, the Zimbabwe government would issue them with false identity cards. There were a lot of roadblocks at that time. So as they go through as Zimbabweans and collect their weapons on the banks of the Limpopo. I'm saying this is April, May 1980. There were other decisions that were taken, like the Zimbabwe government would issue us with passports which identify some of us as Zimbabwean, in order to facilitate movement in the context of any matter that would be sensitive. So instead of me traveling as Thabo Mbeki to some secret meeting somewhere in the world, I would travel as Patrick Joao all manner.
Patrick Joao is there in attendance. I'm just going to rewind that one a little bit for context so that we can grasp what he is talking about here. He's talking about some of the strategies they were using in 1980.
That Thabo here and Emerson must sit together and work out how you are going to operate. Now, comrades, I'm saying all of these things. I don't think I've been said before. We worked out a system of cooperation, which meant Zimbabwe Defense Force actually moved a battalion of the army to the banks of the Limpopo.
A battalion of the army to the banks of the Limpopo.
The reason for that was that we could then bring in weapons from Zambia into Zimbabwe, which the Zimbabwe army would pick up at the border, take them through Zimbabwe to that battalion, so that our people would then come into Zimbabwe carrying no weapons. Instead, the Zimbabwe government would issue them with false identity cards. There were a lot of
false identity cards.
So as they go through as Zimbabweans and collect their weapons on the banks of the Limpopo. I'm saying this is April, May 1980. There were other decisions that were taken, like the Zimbabwe government would issue us with passports which identify some of us as Zimbabwean, in order to facilitate.
That is the year 1980. They would issue them with passports to identify as Zimbabweans back in 1980. Now, are these strategies still being implemented now? Passports, identity cards. The type of masterminding that was happening there. Enough respect to Thaddeus Diamond watching us from Kadoma. Miriam Jidziwa there. Jenia Nyangombe, enough respect, watching us live right about now.
Movement in the context of any matter that would be sensitive. So instead of me traveling as Thabo Mbeki to some secret meeting somewhere in the world, I would travel as Patrick Joao all manner of
traveling. Now, isn't that possible on an election? Imagine one bus carries 50 people. 10 buses, 500 people. 100 buses. How many people? 5,000 people. 1,000 buses, 50,000 people. I'm not suggesting anything. It's just food for thought here. Anyways, something happened in Botswana. The Botswana police caught a Zimbabwean man with 200,000 US dollars and a whole heap of gold, a lot of gold.
Recovery of 29.9 kilograms of gold and 200,000 USA dollars by Lusaka Division. On 13th August 2024, the Lusaka Division of Zambia Police Service executed a significant operation that led to the recovery of 29.9 kilograms of gold and 200,000 USA dollars. This successful recovery followed credible intelligence received on 12th August 2024.
Credible
which
intelligence
indicated that a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado bearing a Zimbabwean number plate was suspected of transporting precious stones. Acting swiftly on this information, the police impounded the vehicle.
200,000 US dollars. Imagine that much money. Now, who is the other opposition leader that got arrested today? His name is Prince Adubeko Sibanda from Beit Bridge. Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights have announced that the transfer of Triple C lawmaker Prince Adubeko Sibanda from Beit Bridge Police to Harare by the police. Sibanda was arrested on Saturday in Beit Bridge, coinciding with the Harare gathering of SADC head of states. So they say, we are representing Honorable Dubeko Sibanda, who was transferred from Beit Bridge to Harare Central Police Station after he was arrested Saturday at Beit Bridge border post. We escorted him from Beit Bridge to Harare. More details to follow. Posted Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights on their X account on Sunday. Zimbabwe Sibanda was arrested after Thursday. Former MP Costa Machingaute was arrested from his home. His lawyers eventually located him in police custody where he had been held. Machingaute claimed that his minor children were harassed during the arrest, further escalating concerns about the government's human rights record. So we are seeing another one being arrested here. There are no clear details to why he has been arrested here. There are no claims to why. Then, on Nelson Chamisa trending, we are seeing another one. There, blasting Nelson Chamisa and none other than Hopewell Chingono. Hopewell Chingono is there on Chamisa, on Chamisa. But anyways, there is a video that will give you some time at 10 p.m. exposing Hopewell Chingono, how he used journalism to cover up money laundering. This needs its own video there. Now this video claims to be exposing Hopewell Chingono. Yeah. So we're gonna go deep with it to see what has been happening. So I'm just gonna show you just a poster from Hopewell Chingono there to see what is there. To those watching us live, to those who wanna be getting my loans
recovery of 29.
Apologies for that one. There is a link in the description box below. You can get instant loans into your EcoCash or your One Wallet accounts. You can get instant loans straight up into your wallet. Straight up. So this is one post by Wopo Chingwono, which reads, "This nonsense is nauseating. You can't keep repeating the same thing for 7 years while wanawaka zarama majeri. It's either you are meant to lead or you are not leadership material." That is yesterday. Nelson Chamisa just responds to Hopo Chingono. Wait and see that our God is in it. That is the response there we get from the leader of the citizens, Nelson Chamisa. Remember, he is no longer the leader of the Citizen Coalition for Change. However, he remains the leader of the citizens because the Coalition for Change was corrupted. It was corrupted. So we will go on deep with Hopo Chingono to see what this expose has got to say on Hopo Chingono. Anyways, yesterday we saw him speak to the SADC in South
Let's
Africa.
Let's unpack this further now with journalist Hopewell Chinono. Hopewell, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Really do appreciate it. In the lead up to the SADC summit, there has been protests outbreaks across various parts of Harare. Of course, the government, addressed that with full force, and there was relative silence and relative peace or non-protest in the last 3 days in lead up to the protest.
Anyways, I'm not going to give this guy the honor of playing his video. Okay. God is not in it. That one there. Anyways, a big up to everybody who was watching us live. Jen Tombwe says Makudo Zanu. No going back. Obadiah Hondiwo. Enough respect there. Got Virapu Nube Mtengesi. Yeah. Michael Limosa, Mike, say, following from Poland, Ndabezi here, Sibanda, enough respect there. Famas Musonza, yeah, Tinashe Madziva, it's Zambia, not Botswana. Thank you very much for that one. Darlington, Mija, good evening. All right, enough respect to everybody who was watching us live right about now. I'm going to be back again at 10 p.m. Dr. Clarence is the name. To those who want to get a loan into your EcoCash account instant, the link is in the description box below there. Big up to Richard Kadondo watching live from KZN. Thank you very much, Maxwell Mavi. TV7 Live is the channel. As always, thank you for watching, and I'm out.
Ndai toredzera vakuru. Dana maive mwana nakwarulo, ndaiticha toredzera vakuru vacho. Nyamba taifura